Welcome back to the channel, guys. Yes, the day is upon us again. It is laundry day, which is why I'm wearing this pineapple under the sea Hawaiian shirt. It is what it is. Don't be a hater. But if you guys got a funny joke, let me know in the comment section. I want to laugh. But what we have here is a discussion about the pay gap between the Jurassic World co-stars Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt. But before we get into that, help me out to my goal to 500 subscribers. Thank you for your continued support. Let's read this as a family, and you guys are my family. I appreciate that. You're my family if you subscribed. All right, whatever. But let's get into this. According to Insider, it says here, the Jurassic World star Bryce Dallas Howard exclusively told Insider that she was paid so much less than her co-star Chris Pratt for the movie franchise than reports initially indicated. Pratt and Howard were co-leads in all three of the movies in the Jurassic World trilogy, but in 2018, Variety reported that Howard was paid $2 million less than Pratt for the second movie, Fallen Kingdom, earning $8 million while Pratt took home $10 million. In an interview with Insider to mark the home entertainment release of Jurassic World Dominion, Howard said that the pay gap between her and Pratt was, in fact, larger. The reports were so interesting because I was paid so much less than the reports even said, she says. So much less. Howard told Insider exclusively that when I started negotiating for Jurassic, it was 2014, and it was a different world, and I was at a great disadvantage. And unfortunately, you have to sign up for 3 movies, and so your deals are set. Howard added that she discussed the pay gap with Pratt and that he pushed for the actor to receive equal pay on other franchise opportunities that were not already contractually binding, such as spin-off video games and theme park rides. All right. So, what do I think about this? I understand where Bryce Dallas Howard is coming from. She wants to get her coins, she wants to get her money, but I have to ask her a serious question about the pay gap between her and Chris Pratt. Bryce, you have to look in the mirror. You have to ask yourself a serious question about this whole entire situation. You did a lot of acting, a lot of sacrificing when it comes to this film. You did a lot of things when it came to this franchise. I watched all 3 movies. I saw it with my own 2 eyes in 4K. All right. But my question is to you, out of all the stuff that you did you train raptors though? Did you train raptors? Like, think about it. You think about the emotional and physical and mental toll it takes to train prehistoric animals in 2018, 20, 22. Like, look at dog trainers who don't wear the proper equipment. Look how they come out. You're talking about a guy trying to train prehistoric animals in just a button-up t-shirt in his bare hands. Like, he needs the extra $2 million. He needs insurance. You know how many band-aids he's gonna need. You know how many disinfectant wipes he's gonna he's gonna need the whole shebang with the whole thing. But anyways, all jokes aside, though, seriously, let's get serious here. I appreciate the fact that she did mention that Chris Pratt tried to help her out and trying to help her with incentives that weren't contractually binding in order to help her make equal pay on these other things like the spinoffs and the video games. Now, when it comes to contractually binding things, you can't do anything about it. It is what it is. It's a wrap. The only way that you can change how much you're getting paid is that if there's some incentives in there. And maybe Chris has some in his contract and she didn't. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, it's easy to try to compare one thing to another, but if you don't know what's in somebody else's contract, it's hard to really say what's fair. And it's not fair. And honestly, if she's talking about 2014 is when she signed the contract, that is when Guardians of the Galaxy came out and it was a huge box office hit. It was a great movie. And at the time, Chris Pratt's career was red hot. And when it comes to stuff with movies, if you are a draw, if you're putting butts in a seat, if you're selling box office tickets, if people are coming to the movie to see you, it don't matter if you have a co-lead, co-star, co-this, co-that. The person that's the biggest draw in that movie that they know people are coming to see, they will make the most money. It doesn't matter who it is at the end of the day. And even though Chris Pratt's career was red hot, you can't say the same for Bryce Dallas Howard at that time. You cannot say that at all. Even now, you can't really say that. And that's no disrespect to her. And this is no way attacking her because she's just answering the question that people ask. You have to blame the interviewers because they did this on purpose to try to kind of bring out a hot button topic in order for them to get views on their page for people to read that article. So you can't blame her. At least she told the truth. So I do appreciate that she said that about Chris Pratt. I give her all the respect for that because other people who are disgruntled, who are trying to push a narrative, who's trying to make it seem like the company don't like women and they like men more, she could have easily just left that out and allowed people to go to Chris Pratt and be like, dude, you've been making a lot of money in this franchise. You got power. Why didn't you fight for her? So I appreciate her for that. Now, when it comes to this stuff, it is the cliche word is star power. That is what it is with any movie. It has nothing to do with gender. Because I can guarantee you, when it came to the movie Lucy, that Scarlett Johansson got paid more than any of her male counterparts or any of the male actors on the cast. I can guarantee you that. When it came to Kill Bill, I can guarantee you that Uma Thurman got paid more than any of her male counterparts in that movie, regardless of what role they played in that movie. When it comes to Charlie's Angels, the good one, the one with Cameron Diaz, the one with Lucy Liu, with Drew Barrymore, I guarantee you that they got paid more than their male counterparts in that movie unless they negotiated otherwise. That's the only caveat we have in this whole thing. So if they know you're going to put butts in the seat, they will pay you more. That's just how it works, regardless if people think it's fair or they think it's not fair. That's just the way it goes. And even if you want to try to play the whole, oh, well, it has to do with male to female type of thing, I can guarantee you that when it comes to the MCU, regardless of how sexy you think Chris Hemsworth is, it doesn't matter how cute you think Chris Evans is, doesn't matter how you feel about Chris Pratt, they got all the Chris's. They just grabbing Chris's from left and right and just, man, I should have named my son Chris. That is crazy. But anyways, when it comes to anyone, Mark Ruffalo, I'm talking about ladies feeling that way about the guys, or guys, if that's your thing. At the end of the day, the biggest star out of the entire MCU is RDJ, and he's getting paid infinitely more than anyone else. Because you know why? Because people came to see Iron Man because of him, and if that movie would have flopped, we wouldn't have any MCU. They know what he's worth, and your star power, as much as I hate using that word, it helps you as a tool for negotiation. It makes you more profitable. It makes you more valuable, which means it gives you more power to negotiate more money. Bryce Dallas Howard is not in that position to do so, nor was she in 2014, as she admitted, when she said that she was at a disadvantage, because I don't know what Bryce Dallas Howard was doing at that time. Like, I only remember her from several things for the most part. What I really remember her from is playing Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man 3. Maybe I missed a lot of stuff, but that's really what I remember her for. But just overall, she just didn't have the pool that Chris Pratt had. And I mean, it is what it is. That's just how things work. Sports, it's the same thing. If you're not putting up numbers, then, you know, you're going to get less than a person who is putting up numbers. That's just how it works. That's capitalism. That's just how the economy works. That's just how entertainment works. That's just how it goes. But it is what it is. But all I'm saying that is to say, let's not make this into something that it's not. Let's not try to make this into something about people hating women and you know, liking men more than her. It solely has to do with star power. That's really what it boils down to. But anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you guys for checking me out. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Salute, peace, have a good day.